Welcome to a new video on AlHuTV. Today for you, we have the third generation from RingConn. On this side here, I just have the second generation displayed as a sample. But in this video, we will focus specifically on the third generation, which is the latest from RingConn and also brings some great new features. One of the highlights, of course, is the vibration directly on the ring. Another highlight is the vascular trend monitoring. It monitors your vascular health and displays changes over time. For the initial setup, simply record reference data from an external device. This allows RingConn to establish your personal baseline and track your long-term health trends. Well, and here we have a longer battery life than with Generation 2, namely 11 to 14 days despite the vibration, whereas Generation 2 only had 10 to 12 days. So, the whole topic is super interesting, and now we're going to take a closer look at it. Yes, we want to take a closer look at the whole thing again in just a moment. But first, maybe one or two more facts which are super interesting. With the charging case, we can actually use the whole thing continuously for up to 150 days. So as I said, we can use the ring here for 10, 11 to 14 days, and then we can recharge it using the charging case, and we can do this as many times as needed to reach a total of 150 days. So that's quite a long time without having to recharge the charging case itself. That means we can get by for quite a long time. Another advantage is the offline data storage, which now lasts for 10 days instead of 7 days as it did with the second generation. So now it's 10 days. And as I said, before we always connect it to the smartphone and update the data. That's also something new now. Otherwise, the whole thing really looks super high tech, I have to say. Let's take a quick look at it. So here we have this future silver color. It already looks pretty stylish. And on top of that, it's not very sensitive. I've worn it every day. There isn't a single scratch on it. And let's take a look at the technology inside. It really looks super nice, the whole thing, yeah. And it ensures that we capture all the data we need here. So it's really impressive, the whole thing. You can already see it's blinking right now. Really cool, the whole thing. And you wear this one on your index finger because data collection is most ideal on the index finger. That's why definitely wear it on your index finger. If you're already measuring it, there are templates available here that you can order directly from RingConn and then you can try it out. And as I said, it's best for the index finger. Data collection is best here. And as I said, data collection is important here. Of course, for someone who wants to wear a watch, wearing a smartwatch is obviously not an option. They need an alternative, and here the ring is ideally suited for that. Yes, the ring really has a lot of cool features, but let's take a look at them together on the smartphone now, because I've already worn the ring for several days, and I'd like to show you a bit of the analysis. I'll show you the app now, so we can take a look at it together. We can clearly see the flower depicted here in the middle, which differentiates between sleep, relaxation, then vital status and activity. All of that is shown here. You can click on each petal here, and then we can also see how the sleep days were, yes, in the score over the course of the days. Yes, a small statistic is displayed here. You can also see the different sleep efficiency evaluations that we have here in the data analysis. We also have the option to see how stressed or how relaxed we are throughout the entire day. Of course, that's something we can track over the whole day as well. That's actually very important because these deviations here, all these values, help us to ultimately assess what is changing health-wise. Do we have headaches? Why do we have headaches on those days? And then perhaps by looking at the trend here, you might be able to see that here and there, maybe due to lack of sleep apnea is also an issue here, you have these health problems. But that's just a tendency, and here the ring also helps or supports us, of course, thanks to the AI, which assists with the analysis. Yes, and then here we basically have all the data that accumulates here. We can see how many steps we take. Of course, we can also individually adjust how much we actually walk, how many calories we burn, and how much exercise we do. The ring automatically detects exercise. That means when your heart rate goes up, it already recognizes how we've been moving. In fact, it also automatically detected cycling, yes, and so on. That really works excellently. Of course, the ring is also waterproof, so you can use it for water sports as well. Yes, and then here, as I said, we have one evaluation. You can then look at it again the next day. How did things go here? What kind of deviations were there? Then we can look at the vital signs here. I did a bit of exercise, so my heart rate is a little high. Yes, that can also be analyzed here. This is also important for things like blood oxygen levels and so on. These are, of course, the kinds of topics we analyze here. But let's stay with this for a moment. The ring has a vibration function. That means if we move too little, it vibrates. Health warning, it vibrates. Yes, when the ring triggers a reminder, it vibrates. So it also vibrates when the battery is low. That's actually pretty cool. It reminds us to move. That's a huge advantage because you often don't even notice that you've been sitting for too long, and haven't moved enough. The ring helps us with that by starting to vibrate. The second generation couldn't do that yet. Yes, through this analysis of the vital signs, we can see a trend here. And AI also supports us in evaluating this data and warns us about potential health risks that may develop. This is also possible here to a certain extent. Now, let me move on to vascular health, which we only have starting from the third generation. This is, of course, also a trend here. Earlier, I did a self-test with a cuff. I entered the result here, and that's why it shows a tendency. Actually, you should do that a few more times. I've only done it once now, but you can see here over the days or over the course of the day how everything has changed through a trend, through a calculation, through the AI here. And we can then also see or track how the trend reacts to stress, how the trend reacts to exercise, how the trend in general gives us a certain evaluation, which can be positive for our health, but can also show us that maybe health-wise, it might not be good for us here, not critical, but maybe not beneficial for our health, especially in the case of stress, for example. So that's, of course, something that naturally the second generation can't do yet, but here we're already going a bit further in the evaluation towards health. So it's really fascinating what we have here with the third generation. With sleep analysis, there's a certain score. For example, it tells us whether we might have breathing interruptions like sleep apnea, or if we have other health conditions. Are we sleeping poorly? Are we sleeping well? Of course, we had that in the second generation as well. But here we simply have all of that plus all the additional data we can collect. But that's also super, super interesting, of course. So we have everything we need here. The amount of data we collect here is incredible. In the end, of course, it's a fundamental question. How much data do we want? How much do we need? I find it very fascinating because if we're maybe feeling a bit under the weather and are looking for something, or if we're really, really focused on our health and start working out a lot or already do so in general, these are a lot of data points that over days, weeks and months simply tell us how we or our bodies are behaving. Yes, of course, Generation 2 can do that as well, just like Generation 3. Here we have a few more features. I actually find that super interesting, especially if someone has problems with blood pressure or if someone simply places even more value on their vital signs, then Generation 3 is really an excellent choice. So it really brings a lot to the table. So for anyone who still has to make a choice, it's clear that you should definitely go for Generation 3. If you already have Generation 2 at home, you need to consider, am I perhaps dealing with health issues? Are the additional data and the AI support for analysis worth it? Then, of course, in a certain way, it's worth making the switch. And of course, if you're already satisfied with your ring, then you're satisfied and you can naturally stick with your current Generation 2. Another new thing is that we now have a ring size that goes even larger, namely up to size 15. So for anyone who may have been a bit limited by the available sizes until now, there's now one size bigger. I think the old one only went up to 14 and this one goes up to 15. So that's really cool. And most importantly, before I forget, when you buy the ring, the app is completely free of charge. You don't have to pay any additional costs. That's also very important. No feature costs extra, no feature needs to be paid for separately. You buy the ring and get the full range of features in the app included. And that's something that other manufacturers, not every manufacturer, can offer. And such a good app and such a good ring are definitely worth their price. You can find all the details again down below in the description. The ring is super interesting for anyone who, as I said, doesn't want to wear a smartphone or wants to collect even more vital data and really puts a lot of focus on that. Then this third generation is exactly right for you. I hope I was able to give you some insight, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. Otherwise, see you next time on AlHuTV.